guess if there was ever to be a goal, the goal would be, could you have every movement in your life and every part of every activity this free and this easy, this fluid? My name is Sharon and I live here in Park City, Utah. And I call myself a movement educator. The basis of that is the Feldenkrais method, but I consider myself a person helping to teach people to learn and learning how to move differently and moving in every aspect in their life. I think all of us could sit down and think about how we could somehow have greater ease or improvement in anything we do. Sometimes it can be as simple as just getting up and down out of a chair. It might be a person that's older, and for them, if they can get out of a chair easier or go up and down stairs easier, that's going to change their life. For somebody really active, maybe like a golf pro, it might be easing his golf swing, having a more efficient golf swing so his back or his knees don't hurt at the end of a tournament day. So the range is tremendous of people that you can help. I think it's just people understanding that they would like to have a greater sense of ease and freedom in what they do, that things don't have to be hard. I was 20 years old when I was hit by a semi-truck on my bicycle, and because I was hooked into cleats, I was actually pulled up underneath the truck. I broke several bones, including my femur, pelvis, shoulder, ankle on my left side, and I lost parts of 3 different muscle groups on my left side. So I had significant damage, we'll say, on the left side. And really at that time, so we're talking 28 years ago, they didn't have a lot of hope for me. And it was really the lack of hope. Something about getting my whole system to work together resonated for me. So the method truly changed my life, and I just kind of knew that this was what I was to do. I was just the passion. I was drawn to know more. If this worked so well for me, how could this work for everybody else out there? I think some of the first things, often people that are drawn to the Feldenkrais method have been in pain. And that's kind of an unfortunate thing, because it would be nice if people that just don't have pain would be drawn to this method and go, oh, I could run better, faster, or I could feel better. They're really surprised that with such simple movements and in such a short time, like in a 45-minute class or a private session, going from pain to no pain, and to have maybe a new way of standing on their leg or a new way to move in their hip joint, or something becomes available so quickly, so easily. Tell me what you can and can't do. What's difficult? What could we make better? And then I look at, how can we bring the pelvis into it? How do we bring the foot and the ankle into it? How do we bring the rib cage into it? And then the other thing that's against all of our instincts, like skiing, is when you're going downhill, is to lean a little forward, and you look for your whole foot. So if you start to lean back, that's the opportunity to slip. So it's kind of lean down into the mountain and then have that little bit wider step, and then really plant your whole foot. And it's really about learning about your mobility in your body and how to organize your body and the mobility in your body. And that's the freedom I'd love everybody to have, for people to just know, I can move out of this, and not to feel like, oh my gosh, a whole world is shut down on me and my life is closing, but that you can always open it up again in some way or another. It really is about your whole self, your whole being. It's been a great journey.